Hello, YouTube. The Ethnological Museum in Berlin, Germany, houses a platinum mask that was created between about 200 before Common Era and 800 before Common Era, and originates from La Tolita, Ecuador. It's interesting to note, according to one Russian source that I read, that the United States Bureau of Standards conducted a study of the alloy of this prehistoric artifact and found that the Native Americans 7,000 years ago possessed furnaces capable of creating temperatures up to 9,000 degrees Celsius. But I want to find out more about this statement. You see, however, it is still a mystery how such a technical breakthrough was possible in such a remote period. You see, platinum is a precious metal with a silvery white hue, which is one of the most expensive and rare on this planet. Its name comes from the Spanish word platinum, which means small silver, as the Spanish conquistadores considered this metal to be unsuitable. The gold found in the alloy along with platinum was considered unusable since it was impossible to clean it from the silver. So to say, platinum, a chemical element with atomic number 78, belongs to the 10th group and the 6th period of the periodic table of chemical elements. This noble metal has a silvery white color and is characterized by high refractoriness and hardness. It is able to crystallize into cubic lattices. Platinum can be rolled and welded after preheating. In addition, this element is capable of absorbing some gases. Platinum is also a white rare earth metal and is part of the group of metals that includes ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, osmium, and iridium. The melting point of platinum is more than 1769 Celsius. The specific heat capacity is 25.9 J. The boiling point is 4590 Celsius. The Tumaco-Lalolita culture or Tulato culture, also known as the Tumaco culture in Colombia or as the Tolita culture in Ecuador, was an archaeological culture that inhabited the northern coast of Ecuador and the southern coast of Colombia during the pre-Columbian era. It takes its name from the two most representative archaeological sites of the culture, the Isla del Moro in the city of Tumaco and the Isla de la Tolita. They are known for the construction of earthen mounds, known as tolas, ceramic crafts, and especially metalworking, since they handled gold with great skill and were also the first artisans in the world to work with platinum. Platinum jewelry has been discovered in Ecuador, which again raises this question: how could American Indians reach temperature about 1770 degrees Celsius? I believe it's 3218 degrees Fahrenheit, necessary to melt this metal. It should be noted that platinum smelting was carried out in Europe only about 3 centuries ago from our time. The origins of the Tumaco culture go back to the first known settlers of the region, the Chorrera culture. They arrived at the beginning of the first millennium before Common Era, and by the year 600 before Common Era, the island of La Tolita was inhabited for the first time. With the passage of time, their culture slowly transformed and became unique to the region. By 350 before Common Era, their culture had already become what is known as Tumaco La Tolita. Some researchers think that there were large migrations from Mesoamerica that influenced the Tolita culture and its origins, although this hypothesis has not been proven. The peak of the Tolita culture lasted around 700 years, after which new cultural transformations took place. And these are marked by the appearance of the El Moro cultural phase in 350 Common Era in the area of Tumaco, which was characterized by a totally different ceramic style. And then by the abandonment of the island of La Tolita around 400 Common Era, something happened. Where did the knowledge to work with platinum come from? Here is the standard explanation. The metalsmiths of the Tolita culture were the first in the world to work with platinum, at least 1,400 years before European blacksmiths, who did not use this metal until the 18th century. This metal has a very high melting point, which was not achieved until the Industrial Revolution. So the Tolita blacksmiths had to develop techniques to work the metal without melting it. One of them is called sintering, which is achieved by mixing platinum powder in gold or silver. The contrast of the white color of the platinum with the yellow of the gold was used to create bicolored pieces. If you accept the standard scientific explanation, and I do not after decades of research into paranormal phenomena and the enigmas of history and ancient civilizations. Platinum ornaments were being made by the native peoples of Ecuador and Colombia long before that metal was used anywhere else in the world. Platinum has a very high melting point, 1,770 degrees Celsius, which was not attainable using the pre-industrial technologies of a charcoal fire and blowpipe that were familiar to the ancient goldsmiths. Again, the platinum was not successfully used in Europe until the end of the 18th century. But the peoples of La Tolita culture in the Tumaco Esmeraldas region of the Pacific coast of South America made objects with platinum at least 1,400 years earlier. Platinum has a few geological sources in the Andes, and it is the erosion of this that formed localized alluvial deposits, concentrations of dense particles of metallic platinum in streams and rivers. So it is these alluvial deposits that were exploited by the pre-Columbian smiths in this area. And still, I don't understand how they were able to do it. Who gave them the knowledge? That doesn't mean it comes from the stars or aliens. We had ancient civilizations on our planet, and I've been trying to show it in my videos that go back millennia and much, much more. Look at India, look at China, and so forth. And I'll try to bring you this knowledge more and more, because you can find some very interesting pieces in the museums, sometimes during archaeological excavations, like the aluminum pieces that I've told about in my videos long ago. So we don't know as much as we should about our past, but we're trying to learn, and I'm doing what I can through my research. So please kindly support my research in the links you'll find in the description to this channel. Please tell others about my work and be curious. The more curious you are, the better, the more you learn. Thank you for your attention to my work.